guys, the Firebird is here. So today we had the Hasbro Pulse livestream event, and we had a couple new reveals for Transformers Legacy and Transformers Rise of the Beast. And since I mostly cover Rise of the Beast news, and it's been a while since I cover any kind of toy news, it's that time of the month. Let's do it. Also, fun fact, my birthday's in a couple of days, 8 days to be precise. So if you, I don't know, want to drop in a bunch of stream donations or whatever on Friday, you're more than welcome to do so. All donations go to charity, and that charity is me. Give me money. Let's start with some Rise of the Beast stuff, because I feel like that's the thing that you guys are mostly interested in. Now, we finally got a Studio Series Mirage, like, in-hand images of him. It's not just the render we got from a while back. The vehicle mold, well, is extremely, and I mean extremely accurate to the movie, complete with the Porsche branding and everything. It's very, you know, you can see the gaps in between the vehicle mold, and that's my biggest problem with it. Like, I get it, you know, I'm not asking a figure to be perfect or even completely squeaky clean, but, like, it's a bit much here, okay? When the boys were displaying it, I mean, he looks pretty good here. Ironically, he has a bigger chest than RC. I think that was hilarious. I like his cannon. His cannon looks cool. The windows around him look good. The backpack, they actually went pretty creative with it, and it looks a lot like he does in the movie. So I don't have much problems with him. The Mirage from Rise of the Beast design is one of those designs that I particularly don't like that much, but the vehicle mode is pretty good. If I do get this, it would probably just be for the vehicle mode, and according to them, they're also going to be changing up his head, so it's more in line with Rise of the Beast, so they're probably going to add some blue on top of him. So this is a figure that's still in development, and I might consider getting it. I'm giving it a 6 out of 10. It's mostly being carried just because of the vehicle mode, to be honest. And next up, we have Leader Class Optimus Primal. Yes, he's actually Leader Class. He looks really good. They are going to change him up a bit. They're going to make him darker, so he's more in line with how he looks like in the movie. He comes with his chain, which is completely flexible, his 2 blades, and an axe that, you know, you can give to Optimus Prime, Leader Class Optimus Prime, to complete the set. Which is kind of scummy, but also a pretty ingenious marketing scheme as a, you know, as a way to get you to buy both. If you have Optimus Prime's axe, you might as well buy Optimus Prime, and if you have Optimus Prime, you might as well buy Primal to get the axe as well. I really like this figure. It's really cool. I already ordered the Ultimate Optimus Primal though, with some of the stream donations that you guys gave me last time. So I'm a bit more reluctant to get this figure. The beast mode looks cool, very in line with the movie. It's surprisingly good. Like this figure, it actually blew me away, because I was like really thinking about how they're probably gonna like do better than the mainline Optimus Primal. How are they gonna, you know, improve upon that figure to make it, you know, better? I thought it was kind of impossible, but somehow they went above and beyond and actually gave us a pretty good interpretation of Optimus Primal from the movie. His face opens up and like live Prime reaction. Can we make this a meme, please? Only thing that kind of sucks will be that his face doesn't have the face plate from the movie. Instead, he has like his open like lips. So if you're not a fan of that, then that probably takes away a bit from the figure. He comes to the transwarp keys though, so that's something that I wasn't expecting. I'm not too interested on those, because I mean they're just another MacGuffin, and to be honest, I just didn't find them that interesting in the movie itself. So these don't really mean much to me. But overall, it's a cool figure with even cooler accessories. So if you haven't gotten like the mainline Primal or the Ultimate Optimus Primal, I think this figure is right up your alley. So I'm gonna give this figure a 9 out of 10. It's very solid, only a few, you know, nitpicks here and there. It's definitely one of those figures I would totally get if I ever hadn't bought the Ultimate Optimus Primal. No regrets though. Next up, we have a Core Class Double Pack, which is, you know, a Core Class Optimus with the trailer, and also comes with little roller, and he comes with Bumblebee as well. Bumblebee is like pretty tall in comparison to Optimus. I don't know if you guys have seen G1, but in G1, Bumblebee in comparison to Optimus is pretty freaking small, okay? I mean, this is cool. Won't be getting it. I don't collect Core Class figures unless they scale pretty well with my other figures. Like, that's the only reason why I bought Core Class RC, Frenzy, Ravage, and a few others. So this is a skip for me, but if you're a Core Class collector, this is really cool, and I'll give this a strong 7 out of 10. Next up, we got one that got leaked a while back, and that's Shadowstrike from Cyberverse. And look, while I do like the vehicle mode, I think she looks phenomenal. The robot mode is where I have a little problems with. Now, this is clearly going to be retooled and recolored to be Sideburn in the future from Transformers Robots in Disguise. Again, this reminds me a lot of like Legacy RC and Legacy Bulkhead from the beginning of the Legacy toy line, in which, fine, it somewhat looks like the character, but you know, they left it way too open to also be multiple other characters, and the figure kind of suffers from that. Like when I see this figure, they're trying to show it's trying to be, you know, Shadowstrike, but I can clearly see it's Cyber, okay? And that's my biggest problem with it. Will I be getting this figure? Maybe. I'm all for getting more Lady Decepticons whenever I see them, whenever they come out. You can never have too many females in your collection, but at the same time, it's not the type of figure I like looking at. The back looks cool. I like the thing that they did with the shield, but like the chest like really takes away from her a bit. So I give her a 5 out of 10. I'm so sorry. I know people are gonna like grill me in the comments for that, but I'm not a fan. Next up we got Legacy Bombshell. He looks pretty cool, just to complete the, you know, Insecticon trio set. This is fine. I haven't collected any of the Insecticons, and I don't really plan to. I'm a bit sick of, you know, constant G1 characters appearing. And look, I know, I get it, it's Legacy, you know, you want to get some G1 characters here and there. But the problem is that, you know, we see G1, you know, homages and characters come forward all the time. While Legacy, I feel like should be a toyline that's mostly centered around, you know, characters that we don't see very often. You know, Legacy, Armada, Starscream, Beast Wars, Megatron, a bunch of other obscure G2 Diaclone characters. Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't like that we're getting G1 here, because that's like a space that could rightfully honestly go to someone that's, you know, from a classic series. Like, you know, the Transformers Beast Machine, Beast Wars, Robots in the Sky, Cybertron animated, and so on. But overall by itself, this looks like a pretty cool figure. If you already have the 2 Insecticons, you should probably totally get this one. It's pretty in line with how he looks in the show. Not much complaints when it comes to that. I give this figure a strong 8 out of 10, but I won't be picking it up. Now, if my opinion on Shadowstrike, if that was controversial, this is gonna be even more controversial. Now we got Strongarm, a character that, you know, we knew because of the listings, but this is our first look at her. Now, first of all, what does her vehicle mode look like? She just got squashed over. Like, it literally looks like Mario just, you know, stomped on her and, like, you know, she got flying a bit. This is clearly a remold of the Legacy Leader 1. It actually did a very impressive job with it, because honestly, like, a lot of people didn't even notice. Like, I immediately was able to tell which figure they remolded this out of, and I have very mixed opinions on it. Like, in one hand, I'm really happy that we have Strongarm in Legacy, because I actually really liked her, but it's like she's not buff anymore, and she's just like, she looks very skinny, you know. What made her unique in Robots in Disguise was the fact that she looked very, you know, buff. Like, you know, she was a Trog, so she had a little mass on her. But in here, she looks so skinny, like a Leader 1. And yeah, I see that they tried to keep some of like her buffness by, you know, making her shoulders wide and, you know, giving her a pretty buff vehicle mode. But I don't know. Oh my, I really want to like this figure, but again, this is my problem with Legacy. They make these figures and like they don't like quite emphasize what made them special from the respective series. It's like they made them, you know, flexible enough to the point that there could be other figures, and you know, that ends up hurting the figure in my opinion. So I don't know how I feel about Strongarm here. I really want to get her, but at the same time, I have so many problems with her. Maybe she's one of those figures that just looks better in hand, like Scourge. Like, Scourge to me always looked bad when I saw him in pictures, but when I have him in hand, I'm like, this is actually a pretty good figure. What was I talking about? So, hopefully, the same will happen with Strongarm here. Next up, we got the Diatrous. Now, I'll be completely honest, this is a character I knew nothing about going into Legacy or anything like that, but I'm actually gonna get it. I'm actually pretty excited for this. Not only do I not have this Hound mode, so there's a pretty fresh new figure for me, but he has Decepticon and Autobot insignias, because he's kind of a mercenary type of character. Now, if you guys know me, I'm a sucker for characters that are not Autobots and Decepticons. In fact, I have a whole shelf dedicated to mercenary Star Seekers, Quintesson Troopers, and everyone who doesn't fit as Autobots and Decepticons. And the mercenaries are a faction I honestly really like. I acknowledge that this is probably not the strongest figure out there, but I still think he looks very cool, so I'm gonna give him a strong 6 out of 10. I will definitely get him. Next up, we got Core Class Snarl. Again, with the Core Class figures, I just don't really care that much. The Core Class Dinobots do look pretty adorable, so I'll give them that. And we finally have all of them, so they can finally complete Volcanicus. Volcanicus, you know, combined looks pretty good. Its proportions are a bit weird. Like, I feel like I don't know if you guys are FNAF fans and if you guys have seen the buff helpy meme. That's exactly what I think when I see Volcanicus here. He has massive biceps, massive arms, and he has like tiny legs. It looks very weird, but like, you know, if you're into core class collecting, then this figure's right up your alley. As for Snarl himself, I'll give him a strong 7 out of 10. For a core class figure, it looks pretty good. Oh boy, next is another controversial figure, and that's Bludgeon. Now, I don't think they specify which universe Bludgeon this is. I think it's implied to be IDW or Cyberverse. Either or. Like, this feels more Cyberverse to me. Cyberverse / Robots in Disguise 2015. Now, I don't have a Bludgeon figure. The closest thing I have is the Revenge of the Fallen Banshee-tron figure, which is really good. I do have Tarn, however. This mold for Bludgeon, I think it's perfect for posing him and, you know, getting him into so many positions and stuff. The colors are nice. I like how they recolor Tarn. It looks great. But like, I don't really care about the vehicle mode at all. The vehicle mode is whatever, it's fine, you know. The robot mode, it's where I have a bit of issues in. Like, I get what they were going for, but this is one of those examples of I don't like how Legacy is recoloring and remolding stuff and trying to, like, you know, make these characters into classic characters. And, you know, it makes them look less unique, less special. It feels kind of cheap. I get that. I don't know. I'm very conflicted on this figure. On the one hand, I do want a Bludgeon, but on the other hand, do I really want this Bludgeon? The blade looks nice. I'll give it that. The blade looks nice. But I don't know. I'm very conflicted on this one, guys. I'm gonna be very generous and give it a 5 out of 10. Like, I know people are raving about this figure, but personally, I wish they remolded this a bit, you know, just added a few extra things here and there to make him stand out a bit more. Not just, you know, remold the head and the sword. Give him a bit of that Strongarm treatment and make him look a slightly bit different. Next up, we got Trashmaster. Now, I'll be completely honest, Trashmaster looks pretty cool, but he's another, like, you know, OC Shoutout Steel type of character. And his vehicle mode is pretty unique. I could totally see this being, you know, remold / retooling to being Heat Wave or maybe an animated bulkhead. I don't particularly enjoy how they're, like, you know, propping up the Junkion faction. Like, I mean, the Junkions have always been kind of meh to me. I never really liked them that much. For once, you know, I'm already a bit biased, and at the same time, it's like I keep saying with a lot of the Legacy G1 characters. It's like, my problem with us getting Legacy G1 is because those are spots that could have gone to other characters that probably deserve it a bit more. And having Trashmaster here, like, I feel like that applies even double, because there's a new character that we have no connection to, that his spot got totally gone to somebody else. So, yeah, I mean, look, the vehicle mode is still cool and the raw mode is still cool. I just wish this was actually somebody instead of, like, just a nobody, a new guy, if you know what I mean. Still looks pretty cool. I give it an 8 out of 10. Still a pretty solid figure. I might get this if I see them, you know, remold this, recolor this into Heatwave or Bulkhead. Next up is either Class Legacy Skyquake, Dreadwing, sorry. They both look the same. I hope that doesn't come off as racist. I don't want to get cancelled off Twitter. He looks cool. Like, I really say, Skyquake looks phenomenal, and of course, we're gonna make a Dreadwing. He has his, like, little blaster from, well, his little blaster, his long blaster from Optimus Prime. And I do love how they, you know, colored the Decepticon insignia. That looks cool. I like this figure a lot. I think it does definitely look pretty cool. But I don't know, like, I don't think I'm off for paying extra $50 to get this figure. I still don't have Skyquake. I really want him though. But I feel like if you don't have Skyquake, get Dreadwing. And if you don't have Dreadwing, get Skyquake. You know, either or. It's still a pretty solid figure. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Next up, we got Legacy Dead Ironhide and Dead Prowl. This is a homage to G1 where they both get shot to death by Starscream. Yeah, I mean, if you're into that kind of stuff, like to recreate famous moments from, you know, G1, like iconic moments like this one, this figure is right up your alley. Or even if you like the blast effects, I totally understand that. These figures are not the type I will buy. Like, I'm not a fan of just having my Transformers look, well, dead. And what's funny is that they said that they wanted to make these figures to make them look more like G1, but at the same time then they, you know, went the extra mile and made them look dead. So I thought that was kind of funny. I like them. These are solid molds. Well, at least the Ironhide mold is. I don't know about the Prowl mold because I never got in it. But yeah, if you're into that sort of stuff, get it. If not, it's not for you. It's definitely not for me. I'll give them a 6 out of 10. It's okay. And next up, we got like the Troops pack. You know, the one with the Auto Trooper from KISS players, the Diatrous drones from G2, the, you know, Random Seeker, and of course the Quintessence Troopers from G1. Honestly, when this first got announced, it sold out fast. Like, It sold out fast, while the I think the Dead Ironhide and Dead Prowl are still on sale. Which even in the stream they mentioned it. This was like, you guys spoke with your wallets. We see what you guys prefer, and there's something very cool about just, you know, army building. I don't particularly army build. I think the closest I got to army building would probably be with the Steve drones, because I have one Steve drone and then I have like the flying Steve drone. I wanted to get more, but I didn't feel like buying the Optimus Prime anniversary pack 5 times just to get like 5 extra flying vehicles. Now this is right off my alley, because not only do I get an army drone, but I get 4 from 4 distinct factions. I definitely want to get this. By the way, if you guys want to donate, or like for my birthday, this will be like the perfect birthday gift to me. I'm just saying, guys. Like if you guys are thinking of like getting me anything, this is it. This is really what I want. If I could, I would get like 4 of these, just so I can, you know, have 4 Auto Troopers, 4 Quintesson Troopers, and 4 Seekers. The weakest one of this set will probably be the Seeker. Like, it's just Thundercracker with a dollar color. It's fine, you know, fine. I wouldn't mind having them, you know, be like the quote-unquote honor guard for my, you know, Coronation Starscream. These look pretty cool. They come with extra heads, so you can switch them around and pretend they're different characters from time to time. So this is one of those packs that, you know, you just get for the fun factor. These are just fun. It's really expensive though. That's the only problem with it. I don't blame you if you know, were intimidated by that, or if you didn't pick this up. But it is a very solid pack, despite being made almost entirely by recolors and some remolds. Very solid. I give it a strong 9 out of 10. Next up, we got the modern Optimus Prime. We found out about this a while ago, I think. He has some massive legs, and he looks very anorexic to me. I don't like how this looks. Like, just look at the tight look. I know people complain about the waist of the rest of the Beast Optimus Prime, but this is like that and 10 times worse. I don't like this figure. To me, it looks very ugly. The truck looks nice. I'll admit that. It looks nice, and I do like how they recolor the little drone inside the trailer. But no, this figure looks kind of ugly for me. I'm sorry. I know it has its fans out there, but no. Complete skip for me. This is a 4 out of 10, and I'm being very generous with that ranking. And lastly, towards the end of the stream, they basically said that they have one more Predacon to show, and they also mentioned, we started with Rush of the Beast, so we're gonna end it with a Beast character. And I was like, wait, do you see Scorponok from the movie this early? But no, it was just Antagony. And look, I have Inferno, and it's a great mold, and I will probably get this just because Antagony is one of those very obscure characters that has a lot of like lore relevance for the Beast Wars mythos. So and she comes with an extra head, and yeah, before you ask, this is in fact a she. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah, it's a very cool figure. If you don't have Inferno, I recommend getting this. And if you're like very into, you know, getting these obscure Beast Wars figures and stuff, I still think you should get this. Definitely, it's a must-have, and it looks really nice. So overall, I give it a strong 8 out of 10. And I feel like I'm being a bit too generous, but yeah, 8 out of 10. It's a very solid figure. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Pretty cool reveals. Not all of them were pretty good. Some of them were repeats and recolors, and some of them I thought were kind of like a waste of time. A lot of people felt like the slashing was very weak. I thought it was mid. It was mid. It wasn't too cool, but it wasn't too bad. We have gotten better before, and I'm surprised that a lot of these had been, you know, leaked earlier by, you know, some shady characters out there. So overall, yeah, I mean, I give the stream a solid 7 out of 10. It's okay. I don't mind. It's whatever. But yeah, guys, these are the figures we have at the moment. Let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on these ones and which ones you will be getting. I already mentioned which ones I'm planning on getting and which ones interest me the most. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all the annoying YouTuber stuff that the algorithm loves so much. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys. Anyways, guys, before we go, shout out to our super high IQ patrons: Predator King Hunter Plays, Scrub Lordo, Omega Tryon 2006, Stitch Productions, Xavier the God, Anders Gears, finally he changed his name, Optination Review, James Newbold, DJ Universe, Tristan Curry, Still, Allspark Studio, Super Sailor Formers Hedgehog, Cuban Night Gaming, and oh my god, Rich Cracker 64 Studios Productions, Crazy Treks, and King Sparta, TF Cypher, and Crawley 666. and our two newest Patreons, Legend of Swoop and the Autobot Side of Jay. And an even bigger shout out to our even bigger Patreons, Jordan the Great and X23, who donated a amount of money. I'll leave you guys to figure out how much. And if you guys want to shout out yourselves, all you gotta do is donate to my Patreon. By donating to my Patreon, you get quite a few rewards. You get access to some exclusive artwork that I'm working on, catch some early access at some betas that are not public yet, request your own videos, or even do collabs with me. In some cases, you can even request some artwork if I'm not busy enough. Constantly updating the Patreon with content that I haven't made public yet. So, if you want more awesome content like Wasted Potential, Power Level series, Kill Count series, that kind of stuff, Patreon is the best place to catch a glimpse at my work. But keep in mind that it's entirely optional, because freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Thank you to all my patrons for donating, it's much appreciated. A lot of them have channels of their own, Twitter accounts, Discord pages. Make sure to go check out their links and give them some support. They can use all the help they can get. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated. And I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Stay safe, guys.